Physics Class 11 Chapter 3 Motion in a Straight Line. Galileo's Law of Odd Numbers. The distances traversed during equal intervals of time by a body falling from rest stand to one another in the same ratio as the odd numbers beginning with unity, that is 1:3:5:7 and so on. Prove it. The law says that if an object is falling from the rest, then it will take some time. That time, if we divide into equal intervals, then the distance traveled will be in the ratio of the odd numbers. Here I have drawn the figure. Suppose an object is falling from the rest. So initial velocity v0 equal to 0. The time is divided into equal intervals. So this interval is tau, tau, tau and so on. And in first interval, the distance traveled is y1. In the second interval, distance traveled is y2. In the third, distance traveled is y3. You have to show that this distance traveled is in the ratio 1:3:5 and so on. Let us divide the time interval of motion of an object under free fall into many equal intervals tau. I have divided here. We calculate the distances traversed during successive intervals of time. Our aim is to calculate the distance. Initial velocity v0 equal to 0 because the object is falling from the rest. A, acceleration due to gravity is minus g. Using kinematic equation, x is equal to v0t plus 1/2 at square. For the first interval, time is tau and the displacement is y1. For t equal to tau and x is equal to y1. So put the value y1 equal to v0 is 0 into t is tau plus 1/2 a is minus g and t square means tau square equal to this value is 0. This minus you bring out 1/2 g tau square. Call it equation 1. Now in the second interval the time will be tau plus tau 2 tau and displacement is y1 plus y2. For t equal to 2 tau implies y1 plus y2 equal to, since v0 is 0, the first term is 0 and when you put a value as minus g you get minus of g, then 1/2 and instead of t you put 2 tau whole square. 2 square is 4 here, 1/2 g tau square is here. This negative take with this value. This y1 you transfer over here, it becomes minus. So here remains y2 equal to 4 times minus 1/2 g tau square minus y1. This value from equation 1 equal to y1. So put this value as y1. So 4y1 minus y1, this gives you 3y1 and the value I have written as from 1 minus 1/2 g tau square is equal to y1. Now in the third interval the time will be tau plus tau is 3 tau and the displacement is y1 plus y2 plus y3. So for t equal to 3 tau implies y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to, this first value is 0, so I am not writing, and a value is minus g. When you put minus g it becomes minus of g 1/2 this one, and instead of t you put 3 tau. So 3 tau square, 3 square is 9 minus 1/2 g tau square is here. And this value from equation 1 it is y1. So I put this 9 and y1. Now from here y3 keep here and y1 plus y2 transfer over this side, it becomes negative. So here remains y3 is equal to 9y1 minus this value y1 plus y2. Plus y2, from here the value of y2 is 3y1. So y2 value you put 3y1. So 3 plus 1, this value is 4y1 and this 9y1 as it is. So 9 minus 4 gives you 5y1. So what we have proved is y1 is to y2 is to y3 so on equal to 1 is to 3 is to 5. And this is the Galileo's law of odd numbers. Example 3.7. Stopping distance of vehicles. When brakes are applied to a moving vehicle, the distance it travels before stopping is called stopping distance. So when a car is moving, you give a brake. When you give a brake, before it stops, it will cover some distance. That distance we call it as a stopping distance. It is important factor for road safety. It depends on initial velocity v0, braking capacity, deceleration minus a, that is caused by the braking. So it depends on v0, braking capacity and deceleration. Here the question is asked us is derive an expression for stopping distance of stopping distance of a vehicle in terms of v0 and a. Let the distance traveled by the vehicle before it stops be ds. Let v equal to 0. This is final velocity because we are giving a brake, so it will stop. Be the final velocity. By equation of motion, v square is equal to v naught square plus 2ax. v is 0, v naught square as it is plus 2a, and x we are taking as ds. This value transfer over here becomes minus 2a ds equal to v naught square. Minus 2a transfer over here, it will go in the denominator. So ds equal to minus v naught square by 2a. From here, we can say that stopping distance is proportional to initial velocity square. Mathematically, ds proportional to v naught square. This means if you double the velocity, initial velocity, then the stopping distance will increase by factor of 4. So if you put v naught is equal to 2v naught here, so we get ds equal to minus 2v naught square by 2a. 2 square is 4, v naught square by 2a. This value with negative is ds. So you see ds increases by the factor of 4 when you double the initial velocity. Okay, and this is the relation. They have asked us the stopping distance with the in terms of initial velocity and acceleration. Example 3.8, reaction time. When a situation demands our immediate reaction, it takes some time before we really respond. Therefore, reaction time is the time a person takes to observe, think and act. So, reaction time is a person takes to observe, think and act. For example, a person is driving a car and suddenly a boy appears on the road. Then the time elapsed before he slams the brakes of the car is the reaction time. So if you are driving a car and someone comes in between, then you have to do immediate reaction, that you call as a reaction time. Reaction time depends on complexity of situation and on an individual. So it depends on the situation and on the person. The example is, you can measure your reaction time by a simple experiment. Take a ruler and ask your friend to drop it vertically through the gap between your thumb and forefinger, figure 3.15. So this is a figure, this is your friend's hand, this is the scale and this is your hand, and you are asking him to drop it. After you catch it, find the distance d traveled by the ruler. In a particular case, d was found to be 21.0 cm estimate reaction time. So we have to find the reaction time for this case. Measuring reaction time. The ruler drops under free fall, that means initial velocity v naught equal to 0 and acceleration due to gravity, that is g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Let distance travel equal to d and reaction time tr. By kinematic equation, x is equal to v0t plus 1 by 2 at square. X value is distance, that is d, equal to initial velocity is 0. T is equal to reaction time tr plus 1 by 2. Instead of a, it is acceleration due to gravity, that is g, and t is tr square. 2 you transfer here this side, g also transfer here, so you get here 2d by g equal to, here remains tr square. Take a square root, so tr is equal to square root of 2d by g. Given d is equal to 21 centimeter, convert into meter by multiplying by 10 power minus 2. Put the values here. So tr is equal to square root of 2 into 21 into 10 power minus 2 and g value is 9.8. This value approximately it is 0.2 second. So that is the reaction time. Relative velocity. Consider two objects A and B moving uniformly with average velocities VA and VB in one dimension x-axis. At t equal to 0, the positions of the objects is at xa 0 and xb 0, and at t equal to t time, the position are xat and xbt. Okay, so this is the situation I have shown here. T equal to 0, object A is at xa 0 and object B is at xb 0 from origin to here. The velocity is va for object A and B is vb. Now it is moving. So after time t, this object which was here, it is moving this much distance and coming to this place. And this distance from origin to here is xat. And the object B also is moving with the velocity vb. So it is from origin, from here it moves and reaches here. It is traveling this much distance more. okay, and it is the velocity vb. And this is, now suppose, see, we know that the velocity equal to distance by time. Okay, so I have written here the distance traveled by A and B with the velocities VB, VA and VB will be V is equal to d by t. Okay, you know this formula. V is equal to distance by time. If you transfer time here, t into V distance, so d is equal to Vt. So now the distance extra travel in this situation, okay, it was initially here. Velocity is Va, time is t. So the distance from here to here when it reaches, the time in t, the distance travel will be Vat. Okay, same way B was here, okay, and it is traveling the distance and reaching here. So in time t, it is traveling the distance VBT. Okay, so that is the distance. So the total distance x2 xbt will be, you can say as, first it was xb0 plus this one distance. Same way for the distance xat, this distance total will be, up to here distance is xa0 and from here to here is vat. Okay, I hope you understand that calculation. So from figure, xat is equal to xa0 plus vat and xbt equal to xb0 plus vbt. Okay, I have shown here in the figure. The displacement from object A to object B is, we will take the difference of these two, okay, xb minus xa at time t. So xba t equal to xbt minus xat. Put the values xb from the equation, xb0 plus vbt minus this value xa0 plus vat. Okay, I am just putting these values from these equations. From here, this 0 time I will take together, so xb0 minus xa0. From these two, you take t common, I have taken t. Here plus vb and this plus into minus minus va. Call this equation 1, where this value vb minus va we call it as a vba, and this is the velocity of object B relative to object A. Similarly, vab equal to va minus vb. This is velocity of A relative to B. So this is your relative velocity. Now we have got some special cases. Case 1, Va equal to Vb, the velocity of both the object is same. If a velocity is same, that means this you can see Vb minus Va, both are same. So this value will be 0. So Vb minus Va equal to 0. From 1, xba equal to xb minus xa. If this value is 0, only this remains. Okay, so that is what here. Two objects stay at a constant distance. So the objects will remain as a constant distance. I have drawn the figure here. This is object A is moving, this is path of B, and see they are parallel. So they remain at the constant distance. Case 2, if VA is greater than VB. This implies VA and VB graph intersect and then object A will move ahead of B. VBA equal to VB minus VA equal to negative. So you can see here VB, its velocity is less than VA. So okay, this velocity of object A is higher, VA greater than VB. So it will intersect and then it is going ahead. See, at this time the velocity is this much, and at this time the velocity is very high. Okay, so velocity is, this will move ahead and this will remain less. Case 3, VA and VB are opposite sign. Opposite sign means they are in opposite direction. If one is going north, other one is going in south. I am taking this with an example. So VA is equal to 20 meter per second and VB is equal to minus 10 meter per second. So suppose one is going in north, other one is going in south. Starting at xa0 is equal to 10 meters. So initially the position of object A is at 10 and object B xb0 equal to 20 meter. So object B is 20 meter. So see, this will move and this will also move, and see they are in opposite direction. Okay, and at one point they are intersecting. VBA, that is velocity of B relative to A equal to VB minus VA. VB is minus 10 and VA is 20, but it is here minus, so minus 10 minus 20 gives you minus 30 meter per second. Now suppose these are two cars, okay, and if two cars are moving and at this point the person who is in car A will feel that the velocity of car B, which is 10, will not be 10, but he will feel that it is 30 meter per second. It is very fast. Okay, same way the person who is sitting in the car B also will feel that the A is moving with the speed 30 meter per second. Example 3.9. Two parallel rail tracks run north-south. Train A moves Train A moves north with a speed of 54 km per hour, and train B moves south with the speed of 90 km per hour. What is the number A? Velocity of B with respect to A, B velocity of ground with respect to B, and C velocity of a monkey moving on the roof of the train A against its motion with a velocity of 18 km per hour with respect to the train A, as observed by a man standing on the ground. Now I am taking the x-axis, okay, the positive side I am taking as north and negative side as a south. A train A is moving on the north side, I take the velocity positive, VA equal to 54 km per hour, and B is moving in the south, so I take it velocity as negative, VB equal to minus 90 km per hour. Given VA is equal to plus 54 km per hour, kilometer per hour convert into meter per second. So you have to multiply 1000 divided by 3600, or directly you can multiply by 5 by 18 to convert into meter per second. So 54 into 5 by 18, cut it, you get 15 meter per second. VB is equal to minus 90 km per hour. So this also convert into meter per second. So multiply by 5 by 18 to minus 19. So you get the value minus 25 meter per second. Part A is relative velocity of B with respect to A. So velocity of B with respect to A is given as VB minus VA. VB is minus 25, okay, this one, and VA is 15, but here minus is there. So minus 25 minus 15 gives you minus 40 meter per second. What does it mean? B appears to A to move with a speed of 40 meter per second from north to south. Part B, velocity of ground with respect to B. So velocity of ground will take as 0 because it is not moving. So we take Vg equal to 0. We have to find velocity of ground with respect to the train B. So VGB equal to Vg minus Vb. Vg is 0 and Vb you are given as minus 25, and here there is minus. So minus and minus plus equal to 25 meter per second. Part C, velocity of monkey running on A against its motion with velocity is given to 18 km per hour. So VMA is given to you, but it is against A, so minus 18 km per hour with respect to A. Okay, and minus 18 km per hour you have to convert into meter per second, so multiply by 5 by 18. And VMA you can write VM minus VA. VA is given to you as 15. Velocity of train A. So Vm minus 15 equal to this 18 curve, so you get here minus 5. Minus 15 transfer over here becomes plus 15. So minus 5 plus 15 gives you 10 meter per second. So the velocity of monkey is 10 meter per second observed by the person which is standing on the ground. So here we end the chapter 3 and we'll keep this much for today. Thank you very much.